captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Got some beautiful action taking off this weekend, baby. Oh yeah. I'm talking about Big East basketball. I'm talking about a little ACC basketball. Got some great games for you Saturday, baby, in college basketball. Also, as you know, as I know, some huge games in college football going on. Starting off tonight, a little over 12 hours away from from the Fighting Irish taking on Indiana. It's Friday, baby. We're bringing it back old school. How we did it last year, how we did it the year before. Friday football talk with my man JC from the JC Pod. He's on standby. I'll get to him in a second. But I want to talk about two things real quick going on Saturday in college basketball. We got Marquette taking on Xavier, UConn taking on Butler. Big East basketball getting things going in conference play. All of these teams have one game already in conference play. Both Marquette and UConn 1-0 in Big East play. On the show, we got Marquette plus 600. This is a road game against Xavier, who just almost stole the game on the road against UConn. Huge game for both of these teams. See if Butler can steal us a win here. Get an upset against UConn, hosting UConn at the same time. See if Marquette can handle business on the road against Xavier. Can't wait for that. Then we got a highlighted doubleheader on CBS Saturday with North Carolina taking on the mighty Bruins of UCLA. You can say North Carolina at 6-5 looks like UCLA of last season, and UCLA they figured something out over the summer. 10-1, number 18 on the AP's list. The mighty Bruins looking to steal a win in Madison Square Garden, taking on North Carolina. And after that, we got Kentucky at Ohio State, also in the Garden. Beautiful day of hoops. We got Purdue and Auburn also in the afternoon. That is an amazing game to get in December. I mean, it's a gift. It's a Christmas present wrapped up. Villanova Creighton. I mean, tons of games on the Saturday slate to get to. But without further ado, it's Captain by a Hook with the red beer, presented by Stare Down Sports. Stare Down Greatness. I'm Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. It's Friday. My man, JC from the JC Pod. Got the Colts hat. Got the good energy flowing.
How
A
we
ring a
do?
ding a dinging. A fa la 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 line. How's it
Man.
going, man?
Oh, great, man. Other than the Colts not making the playoffs, they're still lurking. Only got to win their last three and have some teams lose their last three. But no, I'm doing great, man. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Really excited for Christmas. Really excited for playoffs. How you doing over there, man?
Oh, dude, I'm ecstatic. Riding high. Cloud 13 out of 9. Uh, it's the most wonderful time of the year for a
It really
reason.
is.
You just listed a lot of reasons. And man, there's an old saying around here, if the if the Saints went out and in this team and my aunt and the grass grows and my mom's favorite thing to say is once they start talking about if my this and that, we ain't making the playoffs.
We ain't making the playoffs. Man, I just got one thing to do for you. Shout out Jonathan Taylor, man. I'll never get that dance out of my head.
Sheesh.
Colts fans, man. Last year's a Tyler Goodson drop. This year's a Jonathan Taylor drop.
Man, I will say this. I don't know if that would have changed my life at all, but I think I would have won at least one more game in fantasy last week if it wasn't for that play. But shout out to him, man. I did think about doing something dirty, and I don't know if it's even possible. I thought about just releasing all my good players since I'm out of the fantasy league
Oh, man. I'm glad you did not do that.
and just letting whatever nerd was on there looking at Thursday at 2 p.m. to just come upon a Jonathan Taylor and a Bijan Robinson in the what do you call it when you go add players?
The waivers.
Yeah.
Man, I would
All
have
of a
been
sudden,
so mad.
oh yeah, all of a sudden, how did Jaden Reed get on this guy's team? Oh yeah, yeah, I thought about it.
Stacking playoff team right for it.
How?
Man,
No way he had all of this.
this boy. Oh, you should have just text somebody, hey, send me some money if you pick him up.
I thought about doing that too. Thought about that. I even had a price range list of 100 for Bijan, 80 for Harrison.
You can buy Taylor for $25.
Yeah, send me 20. You can get Jaden Reed in the slot, baby. But anyway, we got some good football going on. Starting off
Really
tonight,
do.
like you said, the Fighting Irish taking on the M&F and Indiana Hoosiers, the team that you gave us when they were plus 300 to be in this position in the playoffs. Shout out to JC Knows. Shout out to JC's Futures with a P
Shout
people.
out.
But go ahead and run us through not only the game tonight between Notre Dame and Indiana, but give us all of the games that just have your eye and have your thoughts in college football. I'm gonna just sit back and take notes.
Man, we'll make this a little bit quick because I'll admit I'm on a good amount of decent sides. A lot of this point in the season, I'll be honest, they're vibe bets. We've watched all these games. We've looked at all these stats. We've ran all these numbers. At this point, good teams are playing good teams a little bit, so numbers ain't going to matter too much anymore. It's bowl season, baby. It's vibe season, and you know how that goes. One game I do want to say, I know Rich Rod isn't there anymore. This is probably our last chance that we'll be betting on them for a while, so I want to give them the last little, miss your boys, man. Thank you for the last 2 years it's been. Plus 5.5. You know where we're going. Jacksonville State.
Yes.
Even if they lose, this is a hey. It's been a fun 2 years, man. We love you. And hey, just know next year West Virginia. That's gonna be fun. But we ain't talking next year. We're talking right here.
Right now.
Right now. Miami, not Miami, sorry. Tulane, Florida. I got nothing that one for you. I just genuinely don't know who's going to win that one. Tulane went from 13.5 to 10.5, so it's like, I don't know. Indiana.
Everybody got that taste of that USC game a few years ago where they just think the Green Wave is going to bring some fight, I think.
They could. They played pretty bad against Army, so there's a little bit of a bounce back factor there. But at the same time, Florida's building for next year, so there's a lot of talking either way on that game you could do, but 10.5 might be a lot of points.
I will say this: ever since Florida's coach got that extension, his boy's been playing.
They truly have been. Like ever since, even when they got rumored he's going to get fired, those boys were like, "The fuck he is," and they've been balling out for him. Which truly, that says something as well. It also helps that DJ Lagway loves him as well. So that's going to be something. Florida's going to be a team to watch for next year, especially after what they did this year. But like I said, we don't care about that.
Get out of here.
CFP. And Indiana Notre Dame won't lie to you. This is going to be the one time and a rare time on the show where I go hands behind the back. I refuse to pick this game and give out a bet because I'll be honest. I bet Indiana plus 7.5. Also have Notre Dame money line with is it Usyk, the fighter who's fighting Fury this weekend?
Yeah.
I got a Notre Dame Usyk parlay. I got a Notre Dame Detroit Lions parlay. Like I literally just I have Notre Dame money line with a few things, and I also have Indiana spread because I don't know. Like I truly don't know. This is one of the few games where it's like, man, I can see it either way. Notre Dame should cover the 7.5 number, but this is like it's a weird game, man.
I'm gonna be honest. If I had to bet it, I'd be on Indiana plus the 7.5. But I understand completely where you're at and why you're there. Enjoy
tough spot for your boy.
Game. Yeah, it'll be fun for you. Just have fun with it. Me personally, I don't know. Historically, I've always leaned rooting for the Fighting Irish over Indiana football, but
First time playing since 1991, by the way.
yeah, I'm kind of just gonna enjoy this game as a fan. College
Yeah.
football playoffs, baby. Like you said, might get a little snow.
If you want some touchdown scores, Jeremiah Love minus 240 like him, Riley Leonard minus 165, and then Elijah Surratt plus 210 for Indiana just because
Shut up.
I won't lie to you. All season, I've been 12 games. I've either bet Justice Ellison or Tyson Lawton. And after week 2, I got it wrong every single time. I picked one running back, the other one would score. I'm not even kidding. Every single week, be like, we got Lawton, baby. Ellis scores.
Yeah.
All right, we got Ellison this week. Lawton scored. It's like, all right. So we're not going to even deal with that. One guy from them, 2 for Notre Dame. Should be a little bit fun one, but like I said, sidewise, I think Notre Dame should win this game. They probably should cover, but the way Indiana, because then if you look at Indiana's track record against good teams, kind of shaky. But at the same time, boys been balling, man. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see in that one. That's gonna be a great one to kick us off. And then we go to noon. Happy Valley. Noon whiteout. We are not good in games at home that are big. 8.5. I won't lie. I love it. Give me SMU plus 8.5 against the Penn State boys. This is a simple bet. James Franklin, big game. I said it on my show. Oh, Big Ten championship. He did impress me. They played really, really well against Oregon. And then I thought about it a little bit more in bed. And I'm like, that was an away game. James Franklin at home in big games, it's not been the best track record if you look back. So, and they have not played a quarterback like Kevin Jennings this year. So if they give him too many big rushing lanes, that boy will be scooting all over the place. He's a really fun guy to watch. So I think SMU generally can keep this game close. I think they can maybe even steal it outright, but I'm not going to go that far in the money line because I do respect Penn State a little bit still because, like I said, I thought they played really well against Oregon, but I do like the 8.5. I think this is going to be a very close game. I just am very excited to see how Kevin Jennings plays.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to be the key. It all comes down to Kevin Jennings and how he can play for SMU. If they, because if you watch the game against Clemson too, if they don't give them the ball 4 times in their own zone, that defense balled out for them. They were down 24-7, and the game ended up being, I think, 34-31, something like that. Defense played really well. They just got screwed a little bit. So that, I think that messes with people a little bit as well. And then who did I like to? Sorry, I think there was oh, yeah, I didn't take anybody to score. I kind of like Brashard Smith, but I'm going to probably end up staying away from this game. Maybe take Tyler Warren as well, but when I gave out Tyler Warren, he's like minus 105, and now he's like minus 155, so that kind of stinks. Yeah. So that's probably going to stay away from that. Yeah. This game, though, there's something wrong with Quinn Ewers, man. He has not been the same since he got hurt. There's just something off about him. Clemson, 11.5-point dogs.
Texas.
Go ahead.
Quinn Ewers. Texas, the reason you lost last year in the college football playoffs was Quinn Ewers. You come back this year, still, your weak link is Quinn Ewers. If you want to win, put Archie in. I've been screaming it for since last year in the playoffs when I saw the kid just not make it happen late in the game.
I mean, you can tell that there's something wrong with him when they get in the goal line and the red zone, and all they're doing is running bubbles and doing all these fades and everything like that. Like, why is he not just letting it rip on a slant? Like, that boy might not have some zip on the ball. So I'm taking Clemson plus 11.5. I just don't trust Texas. That Texas defense, though, that defense is great. That's the part that sucks. This Texas defense is truly great. They just got an offense that, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's an equivalent NFL team. The Colts. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't know who I would compare the Texas to when it comes to that, but their offense has just been so inconsistent. It has its moments, but then there's other times it's just like, man, Quinn just looks rough. Like I said, I think it's just an injury thing. I don't know what's wrong with him. There's already rumors he's going to be gone in the transfer portal next year because Arch is going to be playing. So, I mean, that's a deep thought just to keep in your mind.
Texas reminds me of last year's Philadelphia Eagles. They kind of both of them started off very hot, fell apart.
I like it.
And early exit in the playoffs.
And
I think Texas can handle business against Clemson though. But you said it's 11.5.
Yeah, and it moved from 10.5 to 11.5. Simply, I just like Clemson to at least keep it somewhat close. I can see this game going one of 5 ways. If you told me Texas won 31-3, Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not even shocked. If you told me Clemson won 24-21, yeah, okay, I can see it. If you told me Texas won 37-30, yeah, I mean, I literally could see this game going anyway. I'm just taking Clemson with the points because the boys balled out last game when their season was on the line. It's one of those things, like I said, if Quinn messes around a little bit too much, I mean, it could get bad. I want to see it. Man, I just hate them. They protect college kids way too goddamn much. Why can't I bet on Quinn Ewers to throw an interception? Like, they're just, shout out to Indiana, man. They have some of the strictest rules on college player props, so that sucks. And another thing, I can't find Arch Manning to score a touchdown. They didn't use him in the red zone at all last game. They got to use him. The fact that it's not even on the books pisses me off because when he scores against Clemson, I'm going to be mad that we can't take advantage of it. Because I think they have to use him in the red zone. Quinn Ewers just can't run. Another thing, his legs. He hasn't been running at all either, and that's an issue. I didn't skip a game, so that takes us into Saturday night, man.
Uh-oh.
Wow. The horseshoe.
Oh.
Ryan Day's last game? Question mark. This game.
Exclamation point.
It's crazy, man. This game could go so many ways. The crowd could be into it. The Boo Birds could be out early. I feel like there is so much pressure on this Ohio State team, and I think it's a little bit was fabricated from Ryan Day. Like, for example, the Michigan game where he compared it to his dad's death. Nothing gets him for saying. I mean, he's just coming out and saying that, but that just puts, without thinking about it, that puts a lot of pressure on that game. So that's one thing to worry about. And then you hear all the drama and everything. You hear Ohio State fans selling their tickets, rumors like stuff like that going on. I mean, it's just expectations of Ohio State are ridiculous to begin with, obviously, but this is going to be a fun one. I mean, there's so much outside noise when it comes to Ohio State and everything. It's just like, man, I can't wait to watch these two teams go on the field. The best chance Ohio State has of winning is they have to shut down Dylan Sampson, who I like the score, by the way, at minus 145. If they don't shut him down, Tennessee is actually kind of built to run the football. And then if they do end up shutting him down, comes down to Nico Iamaleava, who has been great at times, also been inconsistent at times. So that's something that Tennessee is going to need to – they're going to need Nico if they want to get things going. With all that being said, that hook is MF, or as we like to say, and I ain't taking those goddamn Buckeyes in a big game. Give me Tennessee plus 7.5. Mainly just I like to keep it close. I think I bet on every dog damn near in this college football playoffs. But I think a lot of these are going to be close games. I don't truly see I don't think I see a blowout other than like SMU, Penn State. Possibly can see it there, and possibly can see it maybe in Texas. I don't think this game will be a blowout. I think this will be a really close game, especially because of how much these teams like to run the football. The biggest thing for Ohio State, I think the one thing that can make Ohio State win this game big is if they quit trying to be cute. And they just go back to like, hey, we got NFL wide receivers. Let's get them the ball. Against Michigan, Ryan Day, and then want to be like, you know what? We're tough too. Like, no, you got Ferraris. Throw it to the Ferraris, man. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Don't try to be somebody you aren't. Like, because you don't need to prove that you're tough. Just throw the ball to your Ferraris.
No, great. A lot of coaches, man. They forget to just give it to Shaq on the post.
And y'all got to make it. Sometimes they try to make it too cute. It's like, man, just throw a fade to Jeremiah Smith, man.
Yeah.
Throw a fade to Emmanuel Buka. Just throw it up, man. Run the ball, Will Howard. No, but it's going to be a fun game. Because truly, that's another game that could go either way. And the fact that it's 7.5, it's like, what do the books know? What do the books know there?
Sometimes that's the best question. So that is the best question.
We saw it last night on Thursday Night Football with them Chargers, man. 2.5. A lot of people were like, why is that? Broncos covered the last 5. Chargers have been kind of weird, and Chargers win by 7. First time since 2010 they swept the season series.
Broncos been good, man. Chargers been good too. I don't know. I was all over it.
That defense was ridiculous in the second half. Shut them down. Shut them out.
Yeah, you're right.
It was nasty. Looked like it was literally. So if people want to know what the Colts game looked like, that was it to a T. Colts came out kind of hot early, and then the Broncos just put the foot on the neck and said, no. Except Broncos had a lot more fight than the Colts did. I will say that.
Yeah, I ended up. I watched the first half, and then I ended up. I don't know. Figure out what I ended up watching. Ended up off of sports.
Svengoolies?
Nah, it was some yeah. I get caught up watching old stuff, man. I get caught up in the old uh, generation before me, you know, those old George Millers,
Nothing wrong with it.
little Rich Little comedy, huh? You know what I mean?
Oh, I feel the vibe you're picking up, putting down. I think.
Man. But
Wow.
anyway, I can't wait. I love it. I appreciate the damn breakdown. Break it down.
Oh, and also check out Stare Down Sports for my article over Christmas week for all the bowl games because there's no bowl games going on besides the two tonight, and then they are two before the college football playoffs, and they got nothing college football playoff wise nothing bowl wise until after college football playoffs.
Hell yeah. No, we could definitely man, we'll touch on some games next week when you're here. Let's move
Can't
to
wait.
Saturday. NFL slate, baby.
I don't.
Got the Houston Texans going down to Kansas City. The Chiefs -3.5. I have no idea if your boy, everybody's Mahomie is gonna be playing on Saturday.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
I got
honest.
something for you.
Yeah, talk to me. Totals 42 in this game. Chiefs 3.5, man. Just Texans +3.5 just feels like let me put it in my pocket and see what happens.
See, I felt like that same exact way until you get the report that Patrick Mahomes was a full participant in practice all week this week. It's like, oh, all right, so he's not even hurt then. Give me the Chiefs -3.5. I love that -3.
Still not
Which
taking the Chiefs -3.
oh, I'm not either. I wish I jumped in on the Chiefs -3. Honestly, when it was 3, now it's 3.5. I probably am not going to take it. If anything, I don't want to give out a -174 money line, but that's probably where I would lean. If anything, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of lines this week where it's like one or two numbers kind of off where I would like it to be and kind of what I wanted it to be. So it's like I might end up staying away because I think the Chiefs win this game 3.5. I mean, they realistically should cover 3.5, but at the same time, I mean, they covered 3.5 against the Browns last game. If Joe Mixon plays, I won't take it. If Joe Mixon doesn't play, give me the Chiefs -3.5. If Joe Mixon does play, I'll just stay away and probably try to get the Chiefs live at a better number because Joe Mixon is going to keep the Texans offense in it if he's able to play.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think this game
He's their
is
whole
gonna
team at
be
this point.
it's gonna be some BS like it's been all season for the Chiefs. They win by 1, don't cover. Definitely gonna be a
Just
last second field goal, I think, determining this one. I could be wrong though.
yeah. I think it's going to be – this should probably be a close game. It's just DJ Stroud's been playing weird this year. So it's like, I don't know. I like Pacheco score, like Nico Collins score, and that's probably where I'm sticking for that game. I'm gonna have to watch live for this game, especially for the Chiefs. Chiefs are one of the worst teams to bet on pregame when it comes to player props because last week Xavier Worthy gets 11 targets. I bet you there is probably a small amount of people who predicted that shit. Tell you, I didn't know that. Didn't expect that to happen.
Nah, every time this season I've been hoping for Xavier Worthy to do some damage. He doesn't do any. It's captain by a hook, baby. Pittsburgh Steelers. They go to Baltimore. This will be a fun one. Saturday evening, I guess you can call it. A little 4:30 action on the East Coast. Steelers Ravens, man. Love it.
For the
Ravens
AFC
minus
North.
6.5 at home. You got to take the +6.5 with the Steelers just on principle. Total set at 45. Where you at on this game? I'll probably end up with a Steelers. But I don't know. This is what I am scared of. Texas 3.5. I like a lot more than Steelers +6.5 because I can see the Ravens taking this shit personal. Both these teams can end up 10-5 after this game. I think the Ravens could actually win this one and win it by margin. I like the Ravens here. I don't know where you're at on Steelers Ravens Saturday night.
I was about to say, I've heard a lot of stuff that scares me. Like Lamar Jackson, I think his record is 2-8, last 10 against the Steelers, which is a bit concerning. But I mean, overall, you look at this game, you want to lean Steelers. I'm kind of with you. I'm like, man, I kind of want to go Steelers. But then I looked at it a little bit more, and like George Pickens is out. Kind of concerns me a little bit. Lamar Jackson, been playing a lot better lately. And, I mean, a lot better lately. I mean, if you look at his stats, he's having better numbers in his MVP season. The more I looked at it, the more I thought about it. I'm like, Derrick Henry really wasn't used too much last week either, so he's going to have a little bit fresher legs going into this week, I guess. I don't know. The more I thought about it, I'm like, man, this is for the AFC North as well. Give me the Ravens -6.5. I feel like you said, there's going to be a little bit of edge. They're going to want to win this game. I think they're tired of losing to this team as often as they do. So I think there's going to be something there to that. I like Lamar Jackson's rushing over. I think he's going to probably – if it's under 50 rushing yards the rest of the season, I'm probably going to take it because he's mentioned how he needs to use his legs a lot more. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's just he's so fun. I mean, he had that play last week where he's pulling up his pants mid run. Like, this guy's just silly out here, man.
Yeah, no, he's
Acting
definitely
a
at
damn
his best
fool.
for sure. He
Acting a
can
damn
throw it,
fool out there.
but he's at his best when he's just taking off. As soon as he sees it, instead of trying to let me just see one more last look down the field, just go, bro. Go get
Yeah,
them
because he's
7, even if it's 7, 11 yards, just go get them, bro.
because at this point he's becoming more of a passer than a runner, which is what everyone's wanted to see. It's like, hey, use your now. It's funny how it reversed out. Everyone's like, hey, run, Lamar, run. But no, I like
Nah,
Lamar's rushing over, Derrick Henry's rushing over.
it's the old saying, man. You can't please everybody, so you might as well do what the hell you want to do what the hell you're gonna do, and you might as well do what the hell you're best at.
Yeah,
You can always show people in the last 8 years of your career that you can sling that thing too, and end up playing until your 30s, 40s, late 30s,
truly.
40s. You got the Giants, baby, the New York Football Giants.
Real quick, by the way, Derrick Henry TD, Najee Harris TD are the two I'm probably going to take in that game.
I
One
like
other
it,
than that. Derrick Henry hasn't scored in a week or two. Then you get that boy back in the end zone.
man. They'll get it done.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I like it. I love it. Need all the bets we can get. That's what we're here for. If you're listening, you're probably a betting fanatic. You might
It's
even have
Christmas time.
problems. Your girlfriend says the New York Football Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 8.5.
Oh, this thing
Holy
jumping.
coyote, Batman! Michael Penix Jr. must be the greatest.
I guess. I mean, Drew Lock got announced that he's starting too, I thought. So the fact that this number moved up to 8 was kind of shocking. I mean, I kind of liked it at 7.5. Now it's 8.5. It's just like, man, that's probably not gonna lie, it's probably off my betting list now.
Yeah, I'm not touching
You're
this
in,
game with a 10-foot pole, bro.
yeah, I was gonna look it up again. Be like, who's starting for quarterback for the Giants? Because I am probably gonna take some Malik Neighbor stuff. Probably take Bijan's rushing over and for him to rush for a touchdown. And then I thought about it more. I'm like, why do I care who's starting for the damn Giants, man? I'm like, I'm just not. I'll probably just take the Bijan stuff. Probably will end up taking some Malik Neighbor stuff and then just leave it be. Just makes me sad. If Tim Boyle was starting, I would have taken Malik Neighbor's reception over just because I think he's gonna get hyper targeted. But yeah, we've already spent way too much time on this game. Falcons probably gonna beat the dog tar out of them as they should, because the Giants right now and the Raiders are fighting for the number 1 pick.
It's always something weird about a rookie's first start, though. It's either absolutely amazing or it's 4 picks and the kid ain't shit.
Yeah, that's the one thing that does kind of scare me. I don't know how Penix is going to play because they didn't want to play him this year, but Kirk's been just so horrible that they've had to play him.
Man, I've been smelling him from here.
It's bad. It's bad.
The kid is.
He's
trash.
putting the dirty in Dirty Birds. I mean, he is not playing good.
Now, that's my kind of humor right there. Putting the dirty in Dirty Birds.
1 touchdown, 9 interception. God damn, that boy ain't even,
baby.
That's not even boy ain't even using dude wipes, man. He's just raw dogging that thing with monkey butt. That's just ass.
Funky, hot Atlanta, baby.
Funky.
I love it.
Horrible.
Man, speaking of ass,
crazy.
The Chicago Bears, baby. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. Bears plus 6.5 at home. The Lions can't catch a damn break. Total set at 48 here. The Lions will be without Montgomery moving forward. I don't think it'll hurt them in this game. I don't think it'll hurt them in the regular season. Already damn near did damage. Pretty sure they're already clinched. Haven't looked, but I would bet money they already clinched. It'll hurt them in the playoffs, though. Where we at this weekend, though? Christmas weekend. Lions minus 6.5 taking on the Bears.
Sorry, I don't know how Caleb Williams did that for so damn long. I was trying to do it like the whole time he did it. I don't know how he did it so damn long. I know he got hit a lot, but damn, boy. No, I just want to make fun of Caleb Williams a little bit. Poor Bears fans, man. They're down horrendous.
I could go an hour on Caleb Williams.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that conversation because I don't want to get into those deep waters with you. That's like jumping into a tank of sharks. I mean, you get in there too.
That's a main conversation. You know what I mean?
That is a main conversation. I like it. But no, and
let's waste 12 minutes on Caleb Williams before we go to commercial break.
No, but in all seriousness, I was shocked this number's at 6.5. That's why I have the Lions and so much stuff. I genuinely think they win this game. Although the Thanksgiving game was I thought this is a completely different Bears team from that Thanksgiving game. I mean, hell, Eberflus lost his job that game. Bears had a chance to win that game, but ever since then, this has been a completely different team. I mean, new coach theory. This team didn't get up for their coach. I just don't even know what this team is anymore at this point. Caleb Williams is pouting a little bit. He's out of people I've said. The best way to put it, I just can't even put it into words how bad the Bears have been, and it's not even that shocking. But the best words to put it in is people have said a lot of quarterback, I guess gurus, quarterback people in the media who talk about him. They said a lot of people I hear say Caleb Williams is the only one who hasn't progressed. Every other quarterback has at least shown some progression, some improvement. Caleb Williams is the only one who hasn't. I mean, you see that he tried to do that. I have no issue with it. I mean, but he tried to do that one play where he runs around, did a little hop, did a little scoot back, ran back, chucked it up, got drilled, and that's why he did all that writhing and stuff. It's like, I just don't think he's fully there yet. I know his offensive line is absolutely horrible. I mean, that meme where they had 5 Drewskis as the Bears' offensive line was hilarious. But yeah, we've already spent way too much time talking about the Bears. I just don't know what. Yeah. I think their season's pretty much over at this point. I don't know what this team gets up for anymore. Give me the Lions minus 6.5. I think the Bears are ready for Cabo. Get ready to the offseason, get a reset. They need. All I'm going to say about the Bears, by the way, Lions minus 6.5. I like Jahmyr Gibbs to score. Like Jahmyr Gibbs to score twice. Like Jahmyr Gibbs rushing over.
It was 5+.
Might take Laporta even as well. I feel like he might be the guy that steps up. And then I like Tim Patrick receiving over because that's been cash money, anything under like 27, 28. But the last thing I'll say about the Bears real quick before we move on, they got to get this next coaching hire right. They have to get this next coaching hire right. But it's the Bears. We'll see.
Man, imagine being 37. It takes you 3 cups of raw black, 100% pure Colombian coffee to get you going in the morning. And you get to work and you look to your left. And Caleb Williams is your shift manager. Job ain't getting done, buddy.
Man.
The Browns.
Heartbreaking.
Cleveland. Jameis Winston taking on Joey B, Jamar Chase, and the Cincinnati hopeless Bengals. This team, not only did they break the hearts of the Cincinnati fans, they're breaking my heart from a damn distance, man. I wanted this team to be a lot better than it was since they made the Super Bowl run. I wanted this team to be that team to be mentioned with the Bills and the Chiefs and the Eagles as one of the teams year in and year out with a chance the rest of the 2020s. But hey, we get a minus 8.5 against the Cleveland stinking Browns. 6-8 Bengals team. Total set at 47. You know where I'm at on this game. Give me Joey B to score as many touchdowns as Joey B can score. But where you at on the Cincinnati Bengals and the Browns?
This number was at 7.5 yesterday. I am on the ever since they announced
8.5 feels huge on a Bengals team that I don't think's beat anybody by more than 3 points and a fingernail all season.
It does, but with Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting, feels like that's going to be a little bit more doable. His leash. He had a short leash. Apparently, if you don't make $230 million, your leash isn't as long as other people. Which makes sense.
Gave him the rest of the season, bro. You 3-11. Yeah. Give the fans something to tune in for on a Sunday afternoon.
I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked. James will probably end up playing again at some point this season. I don't think that. I think that.
What's the kid's name?
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Tracy
PTR.
Ellis Ross. He gonna throw 3 picks in the first quarter, and Jameis will be back in that thing.
Him to throw. Do they even have that up? They don't yet. I was gonna say I was looking up to throw an interception. He probably will. I probably will bet that. But yeah, overall, I mean, Joey Burrow to throw for. Do they have all passing touchdowns? They do. Joey Burrow 3+ touchdowns is plus 198. He's had that streak going, I think, for multiple games in a row now. So that's something I kind of lean towards. Yeah, it's been stupid. So I lean towards that. I also lean towards where it is on my list. Chase Brown touchdown, Jamar Chase touchdown. I want to bet on Jerome Ford or David Njoku. I can't decide. And the more I think about it, it's like, do I really want to bet on the Browns? I don't know. And then, like I said, the fact that Dorian Thompson-Robinson is starting, I want to bet him to throw an interception, but those aren't up yet. And then I like 7.5. I don't know if I want to take 8.5. I don't know if I want to bet on the damn Bengals. I like them to win. I don't know if I want to take them. I might just put them in a teaser, maybe take them in a money line parlay if I just want to waste $15. I don't know, man.
Hey,
I just can't get the good number on this team.
that's a great way to put it. I'm just hoping Joe Burrow throws for damn 4 touchdowns.
At this point, yeah, that's what. If you think the Bengals are going to win by 10 points, there's probably a good chance Joe Burrow throws for at least 2. So why not just get that one more, Joe, instead of handing it off? They win 21-7, like Chiefs did.
Oh,
28-14.
The Bengals is the main team in the NFL that'll go shotgun on the 1 yard line.
Shout out Zach Taylor, man.
Shout out to your boy, bro. Speaking of your boys, you said if
no, don't. It's over. We don't got to do this. Let's save the 5 minutes. We don't got to do this. The aunt was my uncle. If Christmas was in January instead of December, if Christmas was in March, if Thanksgiving was in noon, no, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to make up these scenarios. Their season's over, but the Titans are more ass. Mason Rudolph is starting for the Titans. I think the Colts are going to win. I think the Colts are going to win this game. Shout out to Brian Callahan, though. He did have a really awesome speech he just came out with when they asked out about his team being soft and all that. I thought that was really impressive. I know we came out. It is pretty good. Listen, he did not like that question about them calling his team soft. But if you think about it, honestly, to be fair, Callahan isn't the worst coach. Honestly, he was given a horrible situation. I know we bashed him a lot, but I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him totally. Upper management kind of bummed him out. Now, has he been the best coach all season? No, but he's still been good. And the fact we're going to see if these boys keep fighting for him. That's something to think about, look forward to. But overall, I'm probably going to take Colts minus 3.5. I'm going to take Anthony Richardson to score a touchdown. And other than that, not going to think about this game anymore. Probably going to – you know what? This might be the first Colts game I don't watch all season simply for the fact that I'll be at a family party. So I'm going to have to either watch all the NFL games or just the Colts games. And since they decided to not show up last week, I might not show up this week. I don't know. I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, so I'm going to take Colts by – wouldn't be shocked if Titans win. I just don't think they should. I think Anthony Richardson is better than Will Mailboy and better than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I know it's Christmas time, but nah.
Anthony Richardson, did he score last weekend?
Yep. I was going to give out Jonathan Taylor this week too, but after last week, I don't care if he scores. We're going to give it a week.
Oh, he's going to score 3 of them. And y'all going to
Oh, I will. I still won't forget, though. It's like 9/11. I'll never forget.
Hey. I watched.
Never forget, man. Never forget the Alamo either. Don't forget about that one. That's a really important one. Remember the Alamo, baby.
I watched a few fumbles that stick with me, so I feel you. If anybody feels you, I feel you.
Like I said, Tyler Goodson last year, Jonathan Taylor this year, man. We're gonna be all right, man. We just haven't won a division since 2014, and we got players attacking the best Colts representative in the media, man. We doing all right. We got A.D. Mitchell coming out, probably saying things you shouldn't in the media. We're going to be okay, man. Colts are doing great. We're going to be fine.
Hey, as they say in Indiana, am I right?
Go Colts.
Hell yeah.
When did the Hoosiers and Notre Dame play?
Yeah, you're right. Los Angeles, baby.
Shout out the Flow.
The Rams, the media's favorite team.
Man.
-3 taking on New York Jets, the Jets. 46.5 the total here. Rams -3. Can you get there with them on the road? I'm going to be honest. Before they went on this little winning streak, I put the Rams in the trash can. And if I ain't go searching for them by now, I damn sure ain't going to go searching for them this weekend. And ain't no way in HE double hockey sticks I'm putting any more of my hard-earned money on New York Jets. Both of these teams can get the hell out of my face. Think it will be a good game, intriguing game. Wouldn't mind watching it since the Saints don't play till Monday. But where you at on Rams Jets? 2 4-letter names.
What's actually crazy, by the way, I forgot to mention this at Ravens, the Steelers special. I know this is way, way, way too late, but if you're an OG, you get an OG play, man. Steelers special. I thought I had it up. I did not. Give me like 10 seconds. If I can't find it, we'll just skip it. I know it's going to be
Let's
massive
pause
odds.
10 seconds for station identification. Right here. It's captained by a hook, baby. My man, JC from the JC Pod. Straight on sports, straight on greatness. Back to you.
Baltimore Ravens, first half. Pittsburgh Steelers to win the game, plus 1,200. Now, that's something I like. I'm probably going to be on that. That's going to be my way of hedging the Ravens by 6.5. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled Rams, -3. Hey, I almost sent you a picture of my Rams to win the division ticket. That's now at half cash out of what the actual total is. And I'm like, man, them boys are on them soapboxes this morning, huh? No, I think the Rams actually do technically have the lead in the division because of a tiebreaker. This is going to be a fun one, man. That's going to be a fun division to watch the whole rest of the way through. I am actually going to take the Rams -3 here, though, just because they've been so hot. Probably take some Puka Nacua stuff. Wasn't going to keep Cooper Kupp off my list this week, but the fact that he goosed last week, they're going to allow him to goose again this week. They will get him involved, but I just can't get there with the Jets, man. I wanted to take them +3 because they've been playing spoilers, but man, the fact that I was almost lost a year or so off my life last week, I'm like, man, I got lost a year and a half off my life over a Jets-Jaguars game. Had to look myself in the mirror. It's week 15, bro. So we're gonna take Rams -3. If it doesn't cover, I just think they should win this game by about 4 to 7. So I feel like 3 is a decent number. And the Jets, man, I mean, they gave up 25 to the 25 to the Jags. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how true this is, but everything that came out about Woody Johnson's son and Woody Johnson lately, it might be a while before we talk about the Jets in the positive light of my program, especially about after hearing about what Woody Johnson's son came out and did. If that actually is true, my God, man, the Jets are screwed.
New York Jets, baby.
Did you hear any of that real quick? About Brick Johnson? By the way, Brick Johnson is a pretty elite name. Kid might be a jackass from what it sounds like, but he has a nice name. I will say that.
Oh, Brick Johnson, you have an asshole car for sure.
Hey, you should see him too. He has the blue blazer, the comb over cut.
Name Brick Johnson. Put it there.
And imagine walking into the room.
Imagine
walking into the room. You finally get the first win under your new interim head coach. The quarterback's about to give him the ball, and you come in with a different game ball and give it to the wide receiver before giving it to the coach, and you interrupt the whole team. There's a nice photo, if you can find it out there, for Brick Johnson's Instagram, whereas he's holding up the game ball. And if you look at the guys behind him, it says everything you need to know about the picture. It's awesome. So it makes a lot of these allegations coming out like, oh, nice.
Brick Johnson, huh?
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Can you hear me now? Oh, we're good.
Oh, I can hear you. I heard you the whole time.
Okay, sweet. I cut. Brick Johnson?
Brick Johnson?
Yeah, by the way, 70-year-old owner with a 17-year-old son. Well, all right, what's the next game? We don't need to get down into that anymore. Man. What's the next game?
Philadelphia. They're taking on Washington, baby.
Brick Johnson.
The heartbreaking Commanders. Brick Johnson went to LSU?
No, he's actually a Harvard tennis player.
A Harvard tennis player named Brick Johnson. I mean, the kid's got a 11-inch inseam khaki collection you wouldn't believe.
Blue blazers out the ass.
Oh my goodness! Little thigh-high khakis cuffed right on the kneecap.
Come over perfect every day.
Philadelphia, baby, taking on the heartbreaking Commanders. Commanders +3.5 at home. Eagles by 1 million. Total set at 45 and a hook. Commanders, if they would have played a good team last week, would have lost by 20. They're playing a good team this week. I think they lose by 20. Give me the Eagles to teach them a damn lesson. This is a real football game. This is NFC East football. I like the Eagles by a lot. I damn sure like them by -3 and the hook.
Eagles Lions low money line parlay plus 105. Just for you parlayers out there who've been itching for us to give out a parlay. Because I won't lie to you, I'm kind of a little bit nervous about this 3.5. I don't know why. I think
Add the Rams to the parlay. How about that?
I mean, you could make that a little 3 leg, or you know what you do? Add that Notre Dame fighting Irish tonight, man. Get a little weekend special. No, in all seriousness, though, I do like the Eagles minus 3.5 as well. I just can't get myself to bet it for whatever reason. Not there yet. Maybe after some of this college football playoff money cashes, I'll talk myself into it a little bit more. I'm just nervous at the Commanders for whatever reason. I don't know why. After that game last week, I should be more pissed off, more concerned, but I don't know. I'm just having a weird feeling about this game, but at the same time, I just keep looking at it like, dude, the Eagles shut down the Steelers last week. And I know the Steelers aren't amazing or anything on offense, but that defense, what they dropped, dude, that second half, the time of possession was like 25-5.
No, Eagles is a grown man.
You know what? Give me the Eagles minus 3.5. Who am I kidding? Give me the Eagles minus 3.5. You're right. They're grown ass men over there. Saquon TD, Jalen Hurts TD, AJ Brown TD. Maybe not AJ Brown TD this week. We'll probably potentially take that one off the list and just go with our 2 running back boys because AJ Brown had his week last week.
Yeah. Devontae Smith even got in there for me.
Dude, those boys were balling last week. Hey, I hope you guys are happy. Saquon might not get the rushing record now, but y'all got your receiving yards. I'm just kidding. But I know Saquon is pretty far away from the record now. I think it's now like plus 400 or 500 on the books.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like, ooh, when it was like plus 200.
No, I mean, you win 10 in a row. You got to start crying about something. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it the other way where it was a good smoke screen. What if this whole time they're all just fine in the locker room and they're just trying to find ways to, hey, how can we make the media? Hey, hold me back. I'm going to act like I'm mad. Doing shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Or he's sitting there, it's like, hey, AJ, come out and complain that you aren't getting the ball enough. We're going to get that. And then you know what happened? The Steelers played man the whole game because they need to throw the ball. I mean, they might be on to something.
Might be on to something indeed. If that's the case, some people need to grow up. But Arizona, baby, the Cardinals, speaking of kids, Carolina, the Panthers, both of these teams, youthful to say the least. Cardinals, 4.5-point favorites in Carolina. Total set at 47. What do you want from me, bro? I can't even
skip this game.
I can't even. 4.5. You're gonna bet 4.5 on the Panthers in week 16?
You're gonna bet 4.5 on the Cardinals in week 16?
I mean 4.5 on the Panthers on the Cardinals.
Yeah. This is one of them games, man, where you look at it and you're like, how did we get here? How does this, like, if you bet, like, betting wise, like, if you end up and you look down your slip later and you got Cardinals or Panthers minus 4.5, it's like, how in the hell did I end up here? If anything in this game, I'm taking James Conner score touchdown, Chuba Hubbard score touchdown. Those are the only 2 things I'm taking. Past that, I want nothing to do with this game.
Imagine 2:57 Sunday afternoon. You're sweating out a Panthers 4.5 against the Arizona Cardinals.
Or vice versa. You're watching the Panthers drive, sitting there like, God, Kyler has to have a game-winning drive. Are you serious? Like, I won't lie. This is one of those games this week that, like, hey, if you can only watch a certain amount of games, this is probably one you could move to the side and be okay with. Same with Colts Titans. That's probably another one you can move to the side.
Brick Johnson, baby.
Dude, that the more I learned about that kid yesterday, oh man, that shit had me dying.
Hasn't worn a pair of socks in 4 years. Brick freaking Johnson, baby.
Averages $10K a month from daddy.
Oh my goodness, just disgusting. Bitch, shut up.
I have no idea that's
Brick
true.
Johnson. Hadn't listened to a woman complain in a decade.
Apparently been running the Jets since he was 15.
Holla at your boy. We got Minnesota. They're taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle, home, dogs, +3. Total set at 42, baby. Minnesota finally getting some love from the books and maybe the public. Laying 3 here on the road against Seattle Seahawks and the 12th man.
Give me the Vikings -3 and give me TJ Hawkinson to score a touchdown. And past that, probably won't take too much else in this game. I don't really want to jump into the prop game too much with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Don't really know. It feels like every other week one of them have a great game, so I don't really want to pick there. Props weren't out either yet, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Geno should be playing, I believe. It's just I'm not going to take the Seahawks, man. Vikings have been playing too damn good. They're fighting for an actual 1 seed. Like they've been playing too much. They've been playing too much damn good football. Talk about another team. You want to do a Eagles Vikings money line even plus 153. Like it's one of those things where I just think the Vikings win this game. I do genuinely like them in this. And there's like I can't give you stats, can't give you a reason. It's just watching these two teams play lately. Seahawks have been playing better, but the Vikings have been playing great with Sam Darnold, and he seems to just be like he had a little bit of a slow stretch in the middle of the season. He's starting to figure things out. It seems like.
And I feel like both of these teams' true definition of you are who your record is. 8-6. Seattle basically flip a coin. You might win, you might lose. Vikings 12-2. Not gonna do the ratio math, but I definitely like the Vikings to win this. Definitely like the Vikings on the money line parlay with something else. Definitely like the thoughts you given there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be a little. We'll do it at the end. I might have a little like 6-7 leg money line parlay to give out just for fun.
I might have a little extra bacon for it, if you know what I mean. It sounds exciting for this Christmas.
Have a little fun for guests. I say, a little Christmas money, man.
A little last minute Tuesday shopping, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
We got New England. Speaking of what? You ask?
Blowout.
Speaking of New England taking on the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo -14. Imagine 552. Sweating out of Bills -14 against the New England Patriots. Buffalo up 12, 4 minutes on the clock. Total set at 46.5 here. If anything, I might bet the over, but I'm not betting anything in this game.
You know what's crazy? I was sitting there this whole time, and I went over this whole line on my show. I was talking about like props. Like, hey, probably not taking any props in this game because it's going to be a blowout and blowout potentials. That ruins everything. And then you talked about who's going to be that guy sweating out the 12.5 waiting to take that field goal. Give me Bills -14. Patriots stink.
It's more likely that the Bills are up 38-6, 4 minutes to go, and you're happy. But just the thought of having a -14 ticket and they're up 12. I
simply handicapped this on my show as if the Bills don't cover the 14, I'm just gonna be mad at myself for betting a 14. More than I'm mad to not cover. They should beat the hell out of this team. Drake May's gonna keep it close probably, but with how good Josh Allen has been lately, I mean, if they're dropping 40 on these other teams, I'll be honest, dude, the Patriots are so frustrating to watch. After that Cardinals game, oh my God, I wanted to shoot myself in the foot. Yeah. Because they just kept doing it. So it made me be like, man, that must be so much fun if they keep doing it. I want to try it. I mean, you're talking false starts, not lining up correctly, holdings, face masks, illegal formation. I mean, anything under the sun. And then Rod Mayo comes out, throws his offensive coordinator under the bus. And then guess what? For the 1,500,000th time this season, comes out the next day, walks back what he said. So it's just the Patriots are a mess, man. Bills -14.
Now, I will say this, just to add to that. Josh Allen, he hears it. He smells it. He wants it.
Did you see the Bills?
He's going to go try and put on a show.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Did you see that Bills social media post about him trying to be the sportsmanship or whatever that award is? I recommend watching that as well. I'll send that to you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just because they're basically awesome. The first one's awesome. It's like, Josh is so nice. He loves to just talk friendly with the games. And he's like, you fucking suck. You fucking suck. And that's how they start out. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
He's like, even makes people sure the jerseys are right. And it's a video of him trying to read the dude's name. He's like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Shout out the Bills, man. They killed it with that one. It was awesome.
Nah, shout out to the Bills, man.
They've been balling.
Team to fade in January, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure they'll try and get their link back on the Patriots. The Bills are the type of fans that'll beat the Patriots 38-6. And then somehow, some way, talk shit to Tom Brady on Twitter. like this win matters. for Tom Brady's life.
Got your
Jacksonville,
ass back,
baby.
Tom.
Right. All those years. Where you at now? Retire.
Getting ready to call the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. Shut
Shout out
your
Tom,
ass
man.
up. Jacksonville, baby. The Jaguars. Same record as the New England Patriots. Can't be a team with less wins, right? The Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome to the conversation. 2-12. The lowly Las Vegas Raiders. Big trash is what I call them. -1.5 at home. Jaguars plus money. If I had to bet this game, it would be OPM, other people's money. But I would definitely put it on the Jacksonville Jaguars at +105. Where you at on Jaguars at plus money taking on the 2-12 Raiders?
I'll put it to you like this. I'll use my own damn money. Give me the Jaguars on the money line.
Yeehaw!
I said on my show, if it goes to plus money, I'm all over this. The Raiders, they're in an interesting spot. I'm not gonna say they're gonna throw games. Aiden O'Connell is starting back, by the way. I'm not gonna say they're gonna throw games, but they're tied with the Giants, I think, for the #1 pick. And I believe the Raiders have the edge out and currently own the #1 pick in the NFL draft. So just keep that in mind. Jaguars on the money line. I have no other reason to take this game other than Raiders have the #1 pick as of right now.
Good news for Las Vegas too. The New York Football Giants is the type of city and the type of team.
Oh, they'll screw themselves.
They'll win the last 2 games just to cry about it all summer.
They started Drew Lock this game. Like, if they were serious about the #1 pick, they were starting DeVito or Boyle. Mainly
Imagine
DeVito.
the team just kneeling the whole game. Like, fuck it, bro. We'll be back next season, y'all. Apologize. You come out in the press conference on Friday. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, fans. You're not gonna like this one, but we already looking forward to that #1 pick next season, and hell, we think we're gonna get it right, and we're gonna come.
And let's be honest, yeah, you guys want it too, huh? Let's just get Shador. Come on now. And I think they'd be like, all right, can you at least do halfback dives so we can watch him run forward?
Yeah. Brick Johnson. You love it, man. Jaguars, baby. I can dig it. Imagine 559. Sweating out Jaguars money line in week 16.
Dude, I did it with the Jets week 15. I might as well do it again on the Jaguars, man. Hey, them boys frisky, man.
I like Jacksonville though. I really do. I like them a lot. They've been playing with some fire ever since they realized they ain't going to the playoffs for some reason.
Hey, that boy Mac Jones been slinging that hoe.
Yeah.
Boy got that swag. He even did though.
No, he's swinging, banging, slanging, letting it hang on him. I'll tell you that right now.
And throwing picks to seal the game, but yeah, we don't got to talk about 49ers Dolphins.
Wouldn't want it any other way. San Francisco, baby. The 6-8 49ers. Holla at them. They're +1 on the road, taking on the Miami 6-8 Dolphins. Little 6-8 bowl going on here Sunday afternoon in Miami. Both of these teams -110 on the money line. Man, oh man, if I had to bet it, I'd have to go San Francisco over Miami. But Miami at home, they do entice me. I can see Miami pulling out a little stinker of a win, a little 22-18, something ugly, something only a mother could love.
I'll put it to you this way: Mike McDaniel, 3-13, teams over 500. I know they're 6-8, but I view this 49ers team as a team over 500 that just got plagued with the injury bug. So I like them 49ers -110. I just don't. It is a Mike McDaniel revenge game as well, though, so that's something to keep in mind. But at the same time, I just am not taking the Dolphins, dude. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Look at this Dolphins team. I'm not going to say I dislike them, but they just don't beat good teams.
Probably my least favorite team to bet on historically.
They're frustrating, dude. Like, I mean, it's
this
half the
season specifically. I just have not been able to pull the trigger, and I just
never. They just stink. I do have some props though, real quick. Receiving props, assuming that this number is decent. Devon Achane over 5.5 receptions plus money. I love it because that's the borderline. If it goes to 6 or 6.5 and above, I'm not taking it. But 5.5 plus money, I'll take it because that's basically an addition of the run. The run game's been so bad that they have to throw screens to the running back to add to the run game. And I'll be honest, the more I hear about Mike McDaniel, I don't know if I like him fully as a coach. I don't think he's bad, but I'm hearing stuff about this boy might not be adjusting. Some of his play calls might be a little bit too long, might have too much shit going on in his offense. There's a lot of stuff coming out about Miami right now. I got to go, Coach Tyreek Hill. What was that cryptic message about?
No, Tyreek Hill is hilarious. He's a definition of I got a ring because I think I got a ring. Jordan Poole of the NFL, if you will.
Jordan Poole.
He got a ring thinking it was because of him, went to another team, and now you're just ass.
Man, that's a good clip.
Tyreek Hill could have 3 rings right now, living life of luxury, making up whatever money he was missing on endorsement deals. Hey, shout out to Tua, bro. Ball up top. Shout out to Tyreek. They doing their thing, bro. They out there in Miami, bro. The beach life, bro. Man. I guess it's worth losing, you know? You get to go jog on the beach for the sunrise every morning instead of running the stairs in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. I also heard another thing I just remembered, too, about Mike McDaniels might not have that hard edge.
Oh, no.
I'm not like saying doesn't have a hard side for like coaching. Like he's not getting on the players sometimes as hard as he should. And I'm not going to say he doesn't look like a guy. I'm not going to judge a guy based off looks, but I can definitely see him. And I'm not going to say it much more, but
and the guy rolls up
his
pants.
49ers money line. He does have some fly shoes though.
Yeah, he rolls up his pants as if he's walking through some puddles. I will say this: when they said the story about the kid, Mike McDaniels. He got the job and went and bought an expensive watch and then put it on the time he got the job. You know what story I'm talking about? Like he left his watch. Every time he looks at his watch, it's the time he got hired.
I didn't hear the story. The watch was fire though in that photo. It looked nice.
No, it's an expensive watch. Imagine spending all that money on a watch and every time you look at it, it's $413.
It's technically broken.
What are we doing, bro? That's when I realized this guy, he's one of those guys that has his middle school memorabilia still on hand. You know? Cares about the sentimental stuff.
I can see it.
Hey, what time is it, Mike? Oh, hold on. I have no idea.
He's like, oh, hold on, I gotta.
Well, I got hired at
always 4:13.
I'll tell you that right now.
Speaking
of some other stuff that don't matter.
I was about to say, speaking of another team.
Sunday night football, baby. Dallas Cowboys. America's team. The Cowboys +4 taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel like the Buccaneers is a team that nobody outside of Tampa Bay ever wants to watch. And now they're on national television. Holiday weekend. You're trying to ignore your family. Here's Cowboys Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'll admit, like I do enjoy watching the Buccaneers, but Cowboys Buccaneers, that's one where it feels like, hey, we're gonna throw you guys the bone. Go spend some time with your family because the Bucs might win this thing ugly. Give me the Bucs -4.
No,
might even take the Bucs alt spread -9.5. I don't know what that is, but
Dominoes and Uno games starting around 7:30 on Sunday night. As soon as they see the first couple plays of this one, they'll be like, hey, let's get the cards out. Spend time with your auntie.
No, but I do think the Bucs win this game big, so I'm probably gonna take them in an alt spread as well. Like I said, I do like Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Mike Evans receiving over. Mike Evans reception over. Mike Evans needs 18 receptions, 251 yards, and he will get $3 million bonus. And he also needs 250 more yards for the record.
He's gonna get all 3.
I agree.
Mike Evans, greatest wide receiver of the 20 teams.
Probably.
It's special. And I like Buccaneers -4 in all seriousness. Damn sure ain't watching this game, but I do like the Bucs to cover the 4.
I'm going to be stressed out because by the end of this for fantasy, as long as Frog doesn't change his team, our teams play from 1 p.m. Sunday and 4 p.m. Sunday. So by 8 o'clock state, I don't know if I'm in the playoffs or not. So I might be watching this game with heartbreak, or your boy might be watching this game excited with that Baker Mayfield.
Hey, I'm rooting.
It's gonna be a fun one. Thank you.
I don't know anybody else.
Just for those people who know, it's been a rough little stretch for your boy in fantasy. Last place, last 2 seasons in my league that I am the owner of. So as a commissioner, that shit ain't right. Got to get back.
Man, I'm sure it felt low down there trying to tell somebody a rule, just being in last. Hey, all right, we got this up here, bro.
Hey, I won 4 years in a row way back when, but they're like, shut up, you're 3-13. Your team suck.
Yeah, McDonald's used to be $3 too, pal. Monday Night Football, baby. New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. Packers minus 14. That's a big ass number. Packers minus 14. I haven't even looked at this number. But 14, bro, is disrespectful. We just lost by 1 to the damn Commanders.
Oh, it's in Lambeau, though, so I hate to say it, but I am taking, I think, the Packers minus 14. Just for the simple, and I'm thinking take Josh Jacobs to score twice, just for the simple fact it's in Lambeau. The fact that the Riddler is starting. I think they do have a chance to play a little bit better, but this Packers defense has been balling out lately, so I just don't know. He didn't play too bad last week, but now that they're prepping for him for a whole week, might not be the same.
I'll tell you this about Rattler real quick. When he comes in at halftime and he thinks he's got to win the starting job, the kid will go win the starting job. The next 3 weeks when he's starting,
not the best.
Joe Hainer started again after that. Rattler was so bad in the 2 or 3 games when he started, bro. The coach said, "Let's see what Hainer got again."
Hainer. And then they put him in. It's like, oh my god, man! Rattler, you think you good again?
Bro, the kid is special when he thinks he's gonna win the job. I mean, he was special in the preseason. Just not. I think he's gonna come out and just boom, boom, bang, 24-0 into the first quarter, 2 pick sixes. That's what the kid does.
So what you're saying is Packers minus 14.
Yeah. In essence. My man, get out your last words, talk to the people. I'm going to talk some college basketball when you get out of here. I appreciate
hell yeah.
We are for certain. There's no one else like you. Jaden Chandler from the JC pod, man. Give the people a little encouraging words for the weekend.
Man, by the way, real quick before that, your team right now, 10th pick overall in the NFL draft. So not bad.
What are you going to do with that?
I don't know. You got a lot of holes to fill. But hey, don't feel bad.
If there was a third or fourth best college quarterback, in your opinion, who do you think it is?
Like let's see. So go Shador, Cam Ward would be gone. So probably Quinn Ewers. No, actually, I don't know. I'll look that up while we're talking. Well, I'll give a quick ending because I do need to see. I forget who the even NFL draft prospects are for QBs.
Quinn Ewers and Danny Rizzi. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna have to find me a new team for the next couple of years.
Might just have to be like, all right, we need to. Yeah, that one wasn't updated. They have Jalen Milroe as the number 1 prospect, so I know that side ain't. They have Jalen Milroe, Carson Beck,
get a quarterback. Wow,
Jackson Dart. Yeah, reading that name, but yeah. Out here, appreciate everyone having me on. Always love coming on. Appreciate you having me on. It's gonna be a fun weekend, man. We got college football playoffs, got bowl games. We got a little run of football, man. We got football games tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think we even might have a bowl game Tuesday. Not 100% sure. We got NFL games Wednesday. Got more games Thursday, games Friday. It's going to be a fun little stretch. Going to be awesome, man. Truly cannot wait. And like I said, I just appreciate you having me on. Really, really excited to watch these college football playoff games and catch up back with you next week. Enjoy your vacation, man. And people, I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas. I'll be back with you guys next week. I'm either going to be off. Woo!
You watching that Saturday at 3:30? Are you watching the Steelers Ravens? I'm just
Might as well,
messing with you,
might
man.
as
You
well
don't
watch
have to
Steelers
answer that.
Ravens and
Uh,
Clemson Texas play at that time, man. And I had to watch that Quinn Ewers boy.
hey, how could
No,
you
I
not? I mean, the kid's
appreciate you having
special.
me on. Hey, it's gonna be next time I'm on. I'm either gonna be wearing a Notre Dame shirt or a Signetti shirt. Just know that. Battle of Indiana tonight, 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
I can't wait.
Peace out, people.
My man, Jaden Chandler Parnell. Always fun, huh? Always a damn blast. Get to talk some basketball here for you. How you love that? How you love that? Got to start bringing 2 cups. 2 cups of Joe. Man, been a hell of a week. Been a fun week. Been a damn blast. This middle week of December. Just in the jolly old fa la 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 spirit. We got some good games tonight. Not a lot. Got a fantastic slate of college basketball. Kind of opened the show previewing it. Fantastic slate of college basketball going on tomorrow. Mañana. That's tomorrow for the non-Espanol speakers. Just looking at today though. Uh, preview it real quick. Get funky with it. I got 2 bets for you tonight. Give those out in a minute as well. Pretty sure. Sorry, transitioning my mind, my computer, all my tabs from football, the BS to the college hoops. Anyway, let's look at tonight in college basketball, Friday night hoops. In the afternoon here, we have Texas A&M taking on Houston Christian. Uh, Houston Christian, huh? Huh? Anyway, Texas A&M, they're minus 30 in the hook. If I had to bet this game, it'll be on Texas A&M, the number 12 AP team. Pretty sure they're going to win that one by 40. I'm not going to lay the 31. Just not something I'm going to do on this Friday afternoon. But I do like Texas A&M to cover the 30 and the half. We got a fun one. Akron taking on Yale. It's going to be a fun one. Yale minus 3.5 at home, leaning towards the Ivy League Bulldogs to cover the 3.5. Akron's feisty though. Gonna stay away from fading them today. North Texas, the Mean Green basketball playing machines. They've let me down the last few times, so I'm staying away from them tonight. They're laying 11.5. Anytime a team that's laying double digits. North Texas isn't a team I want to be laying double digits with. North Texas is a team I want to be taking the +7s, the +11s with. Minus 11.5 on North Texas taking on Appalachian State. I'm going to pass on it and probably regret it and wish I would have bet North Texas. BYU, baby. Minus 34.5 taking on Florida A&M. BYU, anything over minus 20 is a big hell no for me right now. But I do like BYU to win this thing in blowout fashion. But 34, sheesh. I'm not sweating out a BYU 35 ticket. Damn sure ain't sweating that out the Friday before Christmas. Let's get to it and get through it. Captain by a hook, baby. Friday night college hoops bets, little college basketball action. We're gonna go St. John's taking on Kim English in Providence. Give me St. John's minus the 6.5. Rick Pitino, no more handshakes, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Give me St. John's laying the 6.5, and then give me a 15 rounder brawl, old school days. Heavyweight champion fist fight. We got Dayton, Cincinnati. I mean, this rivalry on a bad year is electric, much less both of these teams in the top 25. Give me Dayton as dogs. Yes, sir. Shout out to Rax. Appreciate you, man. My dog. Give me Dayton tonight. Plus money, plus 135 on the money line, taking on Cincinnati. Oh, that game's gonna be damn electric. Must watch TV tonight at 7:30. Cincinnati and Dayton. Those are my two bets for tonight. Got a full slate of Saturday games. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's about all I know. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 college basketball games I got my eye on for tomorrow, baby. Go ahead and preview those things for you, give you my numbers. Some fun ones, man. Definitely a Christmas miracle, this Saturday slate of college basketball. They used to kind of die around this time of year, and the 2 weeks around Christmas whack. But not this week, not this year. The madness is real, baby. Syracuse taking on Maryland. This would be a damn fun one. Maryland probably runs away with this one. Give me Syracuse to keep it close. The Orangemen. The Orangemen plus 11, baby. Taking on Maryland. Man, I got the Syracuse shirt on. My man Rax in the comments. He's a Maryland guy. It'll be a fun one just for us. Head to head fandom. Michigan State, another one of my teams. They're taking on Florida Atlantic. Michigan State a minus the 11 and a hook. Give me Michigan State to get another blowout victory here, taking on a lesser team in Florida Atlantic. Michigan State, the Spartans, minus 11 and a hook. Duke, the Blue Devils. They're 1-0 in ACC play. This will be a tougher test than most know. Georgia Tech, Damon Stoudemire, feisty coach. Picture a bulldog loose in your neighborhood. Still, give me Duke by double digits. Do like Georgia Tech to cover anything over 11. Give me Duke minus 9.5. I think they win it by double digits, but I would take Georgia Tech plus 12, plus 13 if it got down to it. Think they can keep it close, but I like Duke minus 9.5 in that one. Florida, the Gators, undefeated, taking on North Florida. Give me Florida minus 19.5. Take it up to 21.5. I like Florida there to get the win, 22-25 plus. Big East. They got 3 marquee Big East matchups. If you like Big East basketball, Saturday is a day for you to get the popcorn ready. Marquette taking on Xavier. That'll tip it off at 11, as well as UConn taking on Butler. I gave out Marquette plus 600. They're now like plus 200. This is a huge game for that future. UConn, Butler, Marquette, Xavier. I think UConn takes care of Butler comfortably. Give you UConn minus 9.5. Think they win it by double digits. Haven't been blowing teams out lately. Do like UConn to win it. Xavier's tough. Sean Miller has these boys ready to play. Marquette on the road, I think, has the biggest risk of losing. I still like Marquette minus 7.5 numbers wise, but wow. Xavier definitely will keep this close. Definitely at some point in the second half, this will be a 5-point game, and I will be sweating my blank off. But I like Marquette, rooting for Marquette to win this one. Rooting for Butler just for the Marquette future. But some Big East basketball later in the day. I'll talk about that game later. Creighton and Villanova. But just to clear it up, Marquette 7.5, UConn 9.5. That is the numbers I have for those games. Princeton, the Tigers of the Ivy League, they're taking on the Rutgers, New Jersey's finest. Rutgers trying to get back on track. 7-4 on the season. I like Princeton plus 4.5 here. Princeton plus anything really. I think if the Rutgers do win this one, they'll be pulling out a close game in the end. Pretty much what they've been doing. Pretty much their niche all season Is Rutgers winning by 1, 2, or 4? Give me Princeton plus 4.5 taking on Rutgers. Indiana, the Hoosiers. They're 7-0 at home, 8-3 on the season. Comfortable at home. Mike Woodson in the gang. They're taking on Chattanooga. Give me Indiana -5.5. I like the Hoosiers here. Get a nice, comfortable win at home. Memphis, they're at home at the FedEx Forum taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi State, not too shabby. This will be a fun one to flip back and forth on. If you got another game going, watch 4 minutes here, 4 minutes there. Mississippi State 10-1 on the season. They're taking on the 9-2 Memphis Tigers. Give me Memphis at home -3.5. I think they eventually pull away very late. I think Memphis makes their free throws. Give me Memphis -3.5 taking on a tough Mississippi State team. Mississippi State, this is a good prove it game for them. They're 10-1, but not a lot of prove it games have they had, if you will, yet this season. Texas Tech, baby. They're taking on Lamar. Probably don't know anything about Lamar University unless you're from some Southern Texas roots, a little small school in Galveston, baby. Texas Tech 8-2, 7-0 at home. They're at home against Lamar. Give me Texas Tech to murder them. -17.5. I'll take Texas Tech to win this thing by 20 or more. -17.5 on Texas Tech. I like Pittsburgh over Sam Houston as well in the 12 o'clock slate. Like Pittsburgh by double digits, 9.5, 11.5, anywhere around there. Probably win that game by 16 or more. I would take it up to 13.5 on Pittsburgh. Houston, keeping it or bringing it back, if you will, to Texas. They're taking on Texas A&M. Corpus Christi, feisty little team. Give me Houston at home. Houston big. -23.5 I have for Houston. Clemson lost 2 in a row since taking down the mighty Wildcats of Kentucky. Now they're back at home taking on Wake Forest. Both of these teams 1-0 in ACC play. Both of these teams 9-3 on the season. Wake Forest, I bet you they're looking at Clemson with the same record in the same conference with a 25 by their name. And they say, we want that damn number. We're going to come and we're going to try and take it from you. Clemson, -2.5. I think they get back on track. Wake Forest just falls short in the end. Give me Clemson -2.5 at home, keeping the rank status, I think. Florida State and Louisville, that'll be a fun one. I don't care either way. Like Louisville plus anything over 7. Florida State at home, kind of like them. Small favorites, you get 2.5 on it. Probably be the number I take. Anything in between 2.5 and 7, I could care less about it. But if you get Florida State -2.5, I do like it. Louisville +7, I do like it. But care less about that game. Care less about that. Sorry. Arkansas, take them -15.5, taking on North Carolina A&T. Arkansas, they've been rolling lately. They're back at home, 6-0 at home, 9-2 on the season. They probably win this game by 30. You could probably take Arkansas up to -14.5. I'm just still nervous about this Arkansas team covering big numbers due to the lack of ball movement. Them and Rutgers, think they'll be great money line teams in close games, but I don't like them as big favorites. Arkansas -14 to 16 for me. Probably stay away because the number will be too big. UCLA, the mighty Bruins. My dog, Mick Cronin and the gang. Love seeing UCLA back ranked. Love seeing UCLA 10-1. When UCLA basketball is good, college basketball is great. UCLA taking on North Carolina. Little battle of the blue bloods. North Carolina having a little UCLA medicine from last season, starting off the season kind of like the Bruins did last year. North Carolina, UCLA, Madison Square Garden, 2 p.m. CBS. Be there or be square. Give me the Bruins at home -6.5. Neutral site in the Garden. Give me UCLA -2.5 here, taking on North Carolina. You gotta believe this thing's gonna be tied in the upper 60s with about 1:30 left. UCLA think they come out on top with it just because North Carolina's been falling apart the last minute all season. But maybe they learned. Maybe not. I like UCLA in a close one, -2.5. Boise State, baby. Mount West basketball going down. I love that these conferences, now that they're getting bigger, starting a little earlier. We're not waiting until January to see it. This is going to be the first Mountain West game for both of these teams. Boise State taking on Air Force. Give me Boise State in a blowout. Boise State -11 and a hook. Like it up to 13.5. Arizona. Can you trust them? They're taking on Central Michigan. Believe it or not, don't look now. Both of these teams, 5-5. I like Arizona. How much? 8.5. Give me Arizona. I think they win this one by double digits. Not sure how high I would go on that. So much stuff going on this weekend specifically. Not a game I'm a force. If I don't get Arizona in single digits, I'm just not gonna bet it. But they probably do win this game closer to 18-22. But I just could see Central Michigan hanging with them. I could just see it. Arizona hasn't proven to me that they won't. I'll just say it like that. Arizona 8.5 is the number I got. Villanova, baby. They're traveling to Creighton. Villanova. Kind of putting it on me. I gave up on them early in the season. They've been winning. They've been winning good. Winning big. Creighton falling apart. Some injury issues. 7-5 at home. I still like Creighton in this one, -2.5. They got that turkey dog whooped on Tuesday evening. Wednesday evening, was it? 2 nights ago. Um, they went and broke my heart. Don't go breaking my heart this weekend. Creighton -2.5 against Villanova. Villanova wins this one. Hats off to them. You're back in action. What's the kid's name? Blanking here, and I don't know why. Definitely know the guy's name. Villanova's coach. Seat getting a little cooler. He threw some ice packs on it. 8-4 Villanova, 1-0 in the Big East. Looking good. Shout out to Villanova. Love what I'm seeing from the Wildcats. But I do like Creighton -2.5 on Sunday. Arizona State. Bob Hurley in the gang. Forkham Sun Devils. Give me Arizona State -4 taking on Massachusetts. Massachusetts, UMass. That's another program. When they're good, college basketball is great. Arizona State, give me them -4 taking on UMass this weekend on the road. I like Arizona State there. Washington State, they let me down the other night as well. They'll be in Vegas taking on Northern Iowa. Give me Washington State to bounce back and get right. -6.5. Give me Washington State -6.5. Purdue, baby, taking on Auburn. I mean, the damn dandy. When I say Santa Claus came down the chimney early and gave us this list of games, Purdue and Auburn at 3:30. Number 2, number 16. Give me Auburn. At home. Not really. But they're in Alabama. They're in the dirty South. Give me Auburn. Uppercutting. Turkey dog whooping. Barbecue grilling. Purdue, give me Auburn -5. I know I set it up like it'll be a lot more. Like Auburn -5. Man, I can see this number being 6.5 at close. I like Auburn. Cover 5, 7, 6.5. 5's the number I like though. But I do like Auburn by a lot. Purdue just got to prove to me that they can win those feisty ones, and there ain't a team feistier than Auburn. Bruce Pearl in the game. Talk about them damn Kentucky Wildcats keeping it in the SEC real quick. They're in the Garden too. Doubleheader. After you get UCLA, North Carolina, don't change the dial. Ohio State taking on Kentucky. Kentucky, my favorite team this year, just in essence of the team I think is the best and going to win it all. Not my favorite team, but my pick to win it all. Kentucky in the Garden. It's primetime basketball. Old saying, when the lights are on, it's time to perform. Give me Kentucky minus 11.5. I think they put Ohio State in a headlock and keep them under water. A little big brother action. Bullying little brother. Give me Kentucky minus 11.5. I don't even think this thing is close. But I will respect Ohio State on national television. Rhode Island. They let me down this week as well, taking their first loss. They also bounced back. I'm not giving up on them. Rhode Island, minus the 9. Rhode Island, 16 to win their conference. Rhode Island. Archie Miller in the game. Give me Rhode Island minus 9, taking on Temple this Saturday evening. And then the last 2 games I'm going to talk about. I could talk for days on Kansas State. Kansas State Kansas State basketball brings me true joy as a college basketball fan. You always need that team to laugh at and that team to hate. It's been Michigan the last few years. It's Kansas State this year. But anyway, Oregon, they're taking on Stanford. Old Pac-12 reunion. Give me Oregon minus 3.5. Stanford 9-2 on the season. Oregon 10-1. Both of these teams, they're gonna go at it. This game's in San Jose, baby. Give me Oregon minus 3 and the hook. And then late night, put the kids to bed. Grab some milk. Grab some cookies. Grab a little whiskey. Drop it in some nog. San Diego State taking on California Love. Dun, dun, dun. Love California this season. San Diego State just in a different league. Give me the Aztecs of San Diego State minus 7, baby. How you love that? Trying to decide if I should recap it or not. I know it's easier for the people in the back. Anyway, Captain by a hook, baby, with the red beard. Stare down sports, stare down greatness. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. 2 bets for Friday nights. St. John's minus 6.5. Dayton on the money line plus 135. St. John's taking on Kim English and Providence on the road. Give me St. John's. The Johnnies minus 6.5. And Dayton, Cincinnati, neutral site game. This is a 15-round brawl, baby. Old school heavyweight matchup. Give me Dayton on the money line plus 135. Saturday numbers. Just to recap them for you, because I love you. Syracuse plus 11, Michigan State minus 11.5, Duke minus 9.5, Florida minus 19.5, Marquette minus 7.5, UConn minus 9.5, Princeton plus 4.5, Indiana minus 5.5, Memphis minus 3.5, Texas Tech blow them out minus 17.5, Houston do the same minus 23.5, Clemson minus 2.5, UCLA the mighty Bruins minus 2.5, Boise State minus 11.5, Arizona need to get right minus 8.5, Creighton minus 2.5. That one scares me the most. Nova live dogs. Arizona State, fork 'em, baby. They're minus 4 in my book. Washington State minus 6.5. Auburn minus 5. Kentucky minus 11 in the hook. Rhode Island minus 9. Oregon 3.5. minus 3.5. And then San Diego State minus 7. Y'all have a hell of a damn weekend. I'm out of here. I'll be back next Friday, taking another week off. Friday, we're back at it. Football, playoffs, yada, 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 yada. Boom. Monday after that, getting our elbows dirty. Grease them down. We got some conference play tipping off in college basketball, and I can't wait. Plan on bringing you double, maybe even triple the content I brought you the last few seasons. Definitely plan on winning double, maybe even triple than we won the last few seasons, and we won a whole hell of a lot. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the support. It's Captain by a Hook, baby, with the red beard. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. Take all of these wagers at your own risk, and please, please gamble responsibly. One more thank you, one more shout out to my guest, my man, taking time out of his week, Jaden Chandler Parnell, to come give us all of the football knowledge from his amazing brain. Right before I said it, I knew. Pause, as the kids say. Anyway, I holla. Dives.